that was almost alien shit.
Yeah,
Some
right. He went
alien-
right back to aliens and clones and shit.
Genetic engineering is what it kind of was starting to feel like towards to me.
It was scary. I just
guys,
was like,
we're back online right now.
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Captain.
That'll be another day.
Everyone, pull your anchors. Set the ropes.
Pull your
Tighten the ropes.
I'm not touching my anchor.
I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, like you're saying, Merle, it's a deep subject, but it's like too deep and it's off. It's a tangent. You know, why mix it up with simple reproduction? I mean, it's close to me because I have like my mom's type of skeleton, but I know I'm a man. I have a kid. You know, there's like I didn't like the subject at all because he's gonna look at my skeleton and say I'm a woman, but I know I'm not. So what's it even mean? You know,
Dave,
what is he even trying to get at?
Dave, you were born a woman.
Fuck that. I'm saying woman means you have a vagina in my book.
Oh, you just don't want to admit that you are.
So you can give a person a dick, but you can't give them the ability to create sperm, right? That's not a fucking possibility, right?
Well, they sell that stuff at the store.
Can they do that?
And impregnate somebody, right?
Can they transplant a ball sack?
Can they transplant a fucking working ball sack?
Just mentally ill.
It's a good question because I don't think we know how far it can. Like,
I don't know.
Can a transgender?
Hey, Merle, we can put an ear on a mouse.
Yep.
You know, maybe we can put fucking I don't know.
Yeah.
But we would know if that happened to us. I mean, I pretty much know my childhood.
Oh yeah, but they're like you're talking about the meat part of the ear, you know? It's not like the actual hearing part.
Nerve endings stuff too. Like you have to attach the nerves for it to keep growing and stuff.
Yeah, right? I'm just saying it's not the hearing mechanism. It's just the little satellite dish.
It's not hearing.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them grown on the back of rats in the place where it was working.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not the eardrum and all that.
No, it's just the outside ear.
It's like the cosmetic.
There might
sound collection dish.
Well, it's like you can graft like 5 different apple trees on one apple tree root, like.
Yes, placing.
Like you just take one branch, attach it to the main stem. Now it gets like water to the whole thing, and it lives.
Yeah, but pig and elephant DNA just won't splice.
Have we tried? Maybe it's just never been tried.
Haven't you ever heard that song?
Well, they won't splice elephant and mice, will they? Because you'll end up with great big holes in your skirting board.
Well, okay. Let me just go for one more second. Why would a woman, right, her flesh be female, but why would she have a male skeleton? If it was like, why would that happen? And same for a man. Like, he appears man, but his skeleton is female.
It doesn't. Like, we just get so caught up categorizing and quantifying shit that we think that we can just write some definitive statement like, if your ring finger's longer than your index, then you're a man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How many old wives' tales and shit, you buy into, like the heart is on the left side of your body, shit like that.
Yeah, gingers don't have a soul.
No, that's actually true.
Yeah.
Look, so, yeah, I mean, like we inherit like all these different traits. You can try if you want to like look at other animals first. You know what I mean? Look at like a litter of kittens. Look at a couple of litters of kittens by different dads. Look, watch the skeleton of the alpha male cat translate to its offspring, and watch the markings in certain places be adjustable, but there'll always be like a white part on the bottom. You know what I mean? Like there's all these like strange like templates that things get to be, and that's really at the core of why there are these like sort of more feminized or more masculinized like skeletal traits and stuff that get passed around.
Yeah,
true. Easy. Yeah, it's like red cars are fast.
It's because they look red, though.
Well, they do get charged.
But red isn't red, you know.
If you have a red car in some places here in Canada, you have to pay more for insurance.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, James needs to tell them that red isn't red. Blue's not blue. Yellow's not yellow.
That's because all cars have a red undercoat that are fast.
It's like that movie Cars you just did. That's awesome. Kurt Russell.
Pixar?
Nah. Kurt Russell trying to sell used cars. It's called.
Oh, that is hilarious. That's a good movie.
That's the one where the one guy can't. They're trying to drive all these like used cars from one state to another state, and this one guy can't drive because he can't drive red cars, or something like that. But then they convince him that the undercoating is really red, so it doesn't matter what the real color of the car is, or something like that. Yeah, good movie. The hell's going on here, guys? How we doing?
You know, I don't know how the fuck vegans and vegetarians do it, man. How the fuck is there any on the panel right now?
Vegan.
Nope.
You got to.
I love vegetables sometimes, but there's always that like there's not a meal.
I think Uber's been doing the.
Has to work for like 8 hours.
Like Uber's been doing.
Live on fucking vegetables, man. There's no way that's gonna get me through the fucking day, happy and healthy. No way.
Yeah, Uber, Cy, and Pete was eating like 100% only vegetable burgers for the past couple of weeks too.
Mm.
That could have something to do with it as well.
It could have something to do with it.
It could, because a lot of those contain like high amounts of soy products and soy derivatives and stuff like that, which basically, when in the body, like they metabolize down to estrogens and things like that. So it's possible that Pete like sex changed himself while he was like fasting. I really don't know.
Or he's just maybe his boobs grew a little bit and his nipples got sore, you know?
Yeah.
And he was just like, "What the fuck's happening?"
Got 2 icons up.
He's cloning himself. It's okay. It's okay.
All
right.
Yeah, it's all.
I thought he was the only man on a plane. Now he said,
"That's
no one else is a man."
Yeah.
Like the Funny Farm guys aren't going to think that's a strange statement, are they? If they go back and review his friggin' videos,
well, they just say you can have your own room then. All to yourself.
They'll say, "All hail the only man in the world."
Yeah, that's probably the scariest thing is that if like Pete, when if he got arrested, I don't know what happened, but if you get arrested and like, "Get your tranny hands off me, officer," you know, like that probably wouldn't fucking go over very well. The earth's flat and you're a fucking tranny. Get your hands off of me.
Oh,
it sounded like he was talking to a woman cop, though.
That can't be good. That's not going to go over well. You're right. Officers are going to be like, "Oh, let's rough this one up a little bit." Right? Pretty sure.
Do you think it is going to be self-defense, or how's that going to go down?
Yeah, obviously, if a demon tranny comes into your fucking house and tries to,
you got to do what you need to do.
He'll try to spin it as that, but the police would have taken one look at him and gone, "This guy's off his fucking bean."
The word
well, Tarmo was yelling at
the police. Don't you? You can't do anything.
Listen to me, officer. You're all women.
Did you hear Tarmo though? Tarmo was telling the cops that it was self-defense, and the cops are like, "Who's that?" And they had to explain to the cops that there was a hangout going on and there was 50 people watching.
Dun, dun, dun.
And they're like, "Well, let's turn it off." And Pete's like, "No, let's leave it on."
Yeah, but over here, guys, you gotta just ask someone leave. If they won't leave, you ring the police to drag them out. Touching them, anything you can just touch them. I've just been caught with all this shit. I was just looking at a $6,000 fine.
It sounded like they handcuffed him and shit. And then
I
they were
don't
talking.
know. He'll be the aggressor. Whatever he's done, he'll be the aggressor. From what I heard on that, he's the aggressor.
Yeah, and they handcuffed him, so that means they think
Jez was just saying, Jez was just talking. I mean, just because he wasn't getting up and leaving.
No, he said, "I'll stay for a cup of tea," and then that's pretty much when Pete snapped.
Yeah, but over here, I mean, if you've got any problems like that over here, they're all fucking snowflakes. They want you to ring the police and let them deal with it.
Do you guys think that Pete believed that he actually had a knife in his hand?
It was a girl. No, that's a good question. No, because he went to you could hear him pulling it out of the kitchen drawer. Like he went for the knife and he knew he was grabbing a knife.
There is no knife.
I wonder if he'll go there.
I only scratched him with my fingernails.
We could bring out a poncho board game. He did it in the kitchen with the lead pipe. Like a clue dog.
Wow.
It's horrible though, because Raish is like, I was scared. I was gonna jump out my window.
I did hear that, yeah.
But I don't know how they're gonna just leave him there by himself. They're gonna send someone around to deal with Raish now.
Raish is at the neighbors, I believe.
Good.
But I'm also believe probably Raish can probably avoid being captured.
I'm thinking that he was smart enough to not let himself get caught.
Yeah, and he was smart, like, he's smarter than his dad. And
yeah,
he would be able to, like, take care of himself, I think.
He'd be like,
I think he's old enough. Yeah.
Batman's a tranny. He's out to get me. I better leave.
And he's got so many friends, too. He could say, hey, my dad's through some shit. Can I stay here a couple days? Every parent of one of Raish's friends will be like, of course.
That kid's got, like, super instincts, though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to make a joke. I was trying to make light of it, but...
Super instincts.
Kid's a good dude.
Is it fucking 4 o'clock in the morning there, Dave? What cockerel?
I don't know whose rooster that was.
That's my rooster. Well, it's not my rooster. It's Dan the Waterman's neighbor's rooster.
Oh, right. Don't get it.
That's like 2 in the afternoon there.
Tell that rooster to stop attacking Dan.
I think it's like
Tell Dan, leave it alone.
Dan's out there with the rooster.
This rooster has no idea what time of day it ever is. It's always doing that.
Wow. It's supposed to be crack of dawn. I grew up on a farm and I listened to that every morning. It was crack of dawn, not in the middle of the day.
It depends on the rooster.
Yeah,
I actually watched a documentary. There was a whole neighborhood, like a canyon. It wasn't Laurel Canyon, but it was near there.
Yeah.
And they all were against this guy that had a cock farm. And they were like, there was this huge argument about whether or not he grew cocks. He was growing cocks. Cockerels.
Any cockerels.
Yeah.
And then, so anyway, there was this huge argument about whether or not cockerels crowed during the day. And he said, no, they don't. Or I forget which side he was on, but because everybody thinks it's only the morning. So they went out there with the video cameras, and it was like 2 in the afternoon. They were doing just what, cockadoodle do.
Huh.
It just depends on the situation.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up.
And Sean will back me up on this one. Any cock will do, is what they say.
Thanks, Snack.
You got it.
I don't know.
Fucking hyena, man.
So, I mean, what's the bottom line here? So there's people that are like women body with men's genitals, and there's women's that have a men's body. I've known girls that their hips were too narrow to give birth, but they definitely had a baby inside them. So, I mean, what do we need? Like another topic, another description for this other topic.
They were born a man, Dave.
We need to distinguish between just strictly reproductive organs and then this other weird, like, mannish boys girlish boys, she-males and all that.
That's the thing too. Like, it might not be weird. It's genetic traits that get passed on through sperm to egg. We're all half and half.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that, because there's a lot of guys with women that look awesome as a woman,
Did you not see that
have
one
a
in the
dick?
news? Not see that one in the news this week? Shouting and bawling and taking his video back or something when he's about 6'4". That big fucking muppet when he'd be called man. You never do it when you're in there though, do they? And I fucking love being that shot when he was doing that, and I folded the fucker in half, kicked him.
What shot are you talking about?
Some guy Some guy took a thing back into a shop and the kid called him sir because he looked like a fucking bloke.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, Pog.
You know?
And
he said, "Oh no, you call me
It's
fucking
ma'am.
Yeah,
It's ma'am.
Yeah,
fucking,
but
they never do.
that's a classic example.
They never do
of,
when there's a tough guy in the fucking store, do they? You notice that they're all bully fucking idiots.
Yeah,
but
Give him a
that's a
fucking
classic
slap and throw him out.
of a woman, like that. To me, that's not a woman. That's a man who's had an operation and wearing make. You could tell that guy was a man. That's why people say sir still, because he still looks like a man.
But there's sometimes when it's not an operation. It's just like there's a man. It's a man's body with a woman's vagina. Almost.
Is that
you can have women? Thing? You can have guys born with chicks born with dicks, can't you?
I know that too. There's hermaphrodites.
And some guys are born with 2 dicks.
What's that really?
2 dicks?
Seriously?
Yeah.
There's guys with 2 dicks. I've seen pornos with guys.
Double donger.
Honestly, it's true.
You talking about the double donger?
I didn't believe it at first.
It happens.
A double dinger.
Yep.
Play both games at the same time.
Well, that's the only man then. He's got 2 penises.
Yeah. And of course, some have them in the middle of the fucking eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Is it penises or peni?
Peni.
Peni. He's a dual peni, man.
How about like Adam and Eve? Like, does that story of creating a woman from a part of Adam, does that sound bad at this point?
Sounds metaphorical to me.
I was thinking about that today. I'm glad you brought it up. Because isn't it that they took a rib out of Adam to make the woman? And
so where's the real woman to start with?
Exactly.
Well, that's a myth where they say they had one less rib women. They don't.
Yeah, but he's religious, so maybe he takes that shit into account.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it?
Hence why it's dangerous to have beliefs.
Yeah.
Would the main belief here be that an entire book is like open to interpretation for things that are literal necessarily? Is that?
Yeah, and a fundamental thing that a lot of people miss is we all come from women.
So we're
whether
all
you're
gay.
a man or a girl, we all come from women.
Yeah, but before that, we all came from men. So
No, we don't. You only come from women, right? That's where the womb is. That's where you grow. That's where you're born. That's it.
We plant.
I disagree.
No, well, I'll disagree in the way that like you can't have 2 women create one zygote, right?
Have you ever heard of scissoring?
You're not going to get a offspring out of that, though.
Kind of a joint thing.
If you like bump uglies, yeah.
And you're never going to get a woman pregnant without doing it, and you're never going to do that without having a penis or
dude.
Other things.
Access to sperm.
You'll
need
all that
tell a theory?
to make this happen.
But even if a man's involved, you still come from a woman.
Yeah, that's the womb. What comes out of a womb that was inside of a woman.
No. It comes out of a man. It gets stuck inside of a woman for 9 months.
Right.
And then she's like, finally, this thing's out of me. Let me take care of it.
Yeah.
But what came first, the penis or the egg?
Well, a woman's womb created a man, and I mean, it does.
But it doesn't.
It's kind of amazing when you really think about it.
Hey, I
It's kind of like the chicken and the egg.
I got this thing. This is like a theory that was actually told to me in college. The guy was purporting that in California, somehow the land was, you know how they say there's like a whole bunch of semen that can connect with that one egg, and it's all the variety. It's just random chance of what semen's going to get there, and then what person that makes. But he's saying no, it's the land that somehow does. There's like a creative process that is because California is a certain way. More people are having blue eyes than is statistically. It's not random. He's saying it's like it's created by something. And then I was just thinking, yeah, that maybe it isn't just a random choice of which sperm. Maybe that somehow is directed by other forces that we don't know, and it's making these weird combinations and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a thought I had, but anyway, continue.
Because that to me is what something that's way more fascinating to me than transgenderism, and that people can change, transform. It is an interesting subject. It does happen. But the more interesting subject to me is what's really happening anyway, just naturally. Forget about the
I'm saying
science.
certain combinations might be coming up on purpose, like it's being manipulated, what comes out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe. It's a guess. But because I have blue eyes and nobody else in my family does until a few generations back. So, I mean, the chances of that are friggin' small.
Yeah.
Some people's eyes color changes, don't it?
Saved up jizz or something, yeah.
We can be born with blue eyes and they turn green.
Yeah, but mine aren't doing that. Mine are getting blue. If anything, mine are getting bluer.
No, I say eye color can change.
Yeah, it can.
Even with an accident as well, you know.
Yeah.
You cut your eye, you can change the color.
But I'm saying in genetics, it's when both parents have dark brown eyes, the odds of having a blue-eyed child are small, very small.
Genetics, Dave, that in a few hundred years, blue-eyed, blonde-haired people won't exist anymore.
Right, and I'm saying it seems like they should already be gone, but somehow they're popping back.
Huh. Interesting. Maybe it's not a genetic defect.
I don't know what it is. It's just a weird,
redheads.
Well, it's been known, hasn't it, for a white couple to have a black child and a black couple to have a white child. That's been known.
Yeah, and even black people get blue eyes. Maybe it's just not as recessive as they say, because they say it's Irish blood in Jamaica that gives the black people there sometimes have blue eyes.
What are you talking about, Poe?
Well,
white people having black children.
Yeah, what was that?
There's been cases of white couples having a black child and black couples having.
Yeah,
no, show us that case of
like
black baby.
You won't have to look far for that. You won't have to look far for that. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
well, let's do it then. What would that be called?
It's called the Jerry Springer experiment.
I've seen it.
Maury Povich.
No, I've seen it on the news. I've seen it on the news where they were doubting, saying, it can't be, and they did all the DNA tests, and it was.
The news never lies, do they?
Yeah,
no, I don't mean like Springer.
Mailman. It was black.
I mean, like it was just a story that they did on them that it can happen. You look into it. I'm telling you, it can happen.
Yeah, Wolfman was on my. Yeah, I don't know how it happened. Yeah.
I find it ironic. Sorry to interrupt again, but here I just got into this social work, and then here I somehow end up at a Pancho Pete's, and he is like a social work project or whatever, a social workers project at this point, don't you think? Now that it's all gone to, someone called the cops, essentially.
I need big dabs. This is just too much.
Maybe I could have helped and had that not go to that if I would have told Jez stay the fuck away, because I knew that would be a bad idea. I didn't think it would be that bad, but I just don't know.
I'm a little surprised. They can just have a nice conversation.
A lot of people wanted him to go there, but that was not the guy to send. Because all he did was antagonize him, man. It sucked.
Did he antagonize him? That sucks.
I thought so. They're like, yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. But if you're like doing, doing social work, trying to come out with a positive, it's called positive communication, sometimes called nonviolent communication. And it's a taught thing. It's a subject, and people are professionals at it, and they've solved world disputes.
I'm sticking to my story here. I'm saying he got a case of cabin fever, didn't get out enough, They got
Yeah, and they just it seemed normal to just send in someone that knew him, but didn't come out well.
Just seemed like the right thing to do, and the easiest thing to do, probably. I guess if nobody, I'm on the other side of the plane here, and there's no way out.
Cabin fever yet.
By.
And then somehow a video triggered him. What's this, Dim?
I said two jet black people can have an albino baby.
Yeah, but that's albino. Did you hear Bro says?
Right, but if three albinos,
talking about that?
Or if a group of albinos like mess with each other, what would that be?
But white people aren't albinos. They got black eyes and stuff sometimes.
Well, I was wondering if you can ever go to like a Russian area or an area where it's just like Caucasian and that's it, basically in like a certain area or somewhere, and like ever take a group of two people and get a black baby from them.
Maybe this is just a huge subject that we're.
You have to type in, can a white couple have a black child, and it's on there.
I'm trying to figure out what to type, and I keep forgetting.
Hold on, you're talking about a white couple that's had a fucking great black
couple. I'll type that in.
White couple giving birth to an Afro-American child. Because somewhere down the generations,
two pure white people that you went and picked up from a fucking area that's all white, and you just grabbed
somewhere down the generations there was African in the family.
Black baby out of it with no ancestors at all of any black. No, not around.
Yeah, they have got ancestors of black. That's why they're having a black gene thrown in and kicks it everything out of kilter, or a white gene thrown in.
Yeah, I could see that being possible.
It's there. I've read it. I read that years ago.
When you put it, but I mean. It certainly would be a shock.
All it is.
Yeah, that's. I remember it on the telly on a news thing about them having DNA tests and shit like that.
1,000,000%, man. The hell are you on about?
Is it possible for two white parents to have a black baby? Medical.
No, unless they've had black in their
medical forum. It's there on a medical forum, and it says yes.
Yeah, right. You better go look and see who his great grandpa was, buddy. And if it says black,
it's probably 4 generations
black, then you're wrong. It's really simple.
I'm not wrong. I didn't write the fucking thing.
Well, you have heard of recessive gene before, right? Tim?
That's what I'm talking about. If his great grandpa was black,
yeah.
And then like whatever, then down the line, then he can have a white one. But I'm saying if you go get 2 random white people from an area that has no black people around it ever, like didn't go never, like not any generation, can you grab 2 white people and make a black person? I don't think so.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Well, if you look on the net now, type in baby tail, not black and white. BBC.
I don't gotta type in retarded shit for like fucking.
There you go. It's there. Well, with your ignorance researching it, you'll never know. I'm just saying.
Fat boy who came out of his cave, inquiring minds to know.
Right. You're going to find it in the New York Post or the National Enquirer.
Right. What the fuck?
That's where you're finding those stories, right?
I lost a big dab.
Don't lose it. It's sticky, man.
I know.
You can have a black baby. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the white ones can't. I mean, the white ones can't have a black one. The black ones can have a white one. Is what I'm saying.
Right. I typed in white couple have black child, and I'm getting stories of black parents that have a white baby.
Right. That's all you're gonna get.
Adopted black baby.
The only way.
Yeah, and I don't think this can happen.
Not adopted.
When the parents are white, the child is black. Let's look at that.
That's never happened unless they've had black grandparents. I'm telling you. What the fuck?
NPR.
I just said
this is
black
on
in
NPR.
it. There's black in the genealogy. That's what I just said.
It's not white.
Churches are.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
If you're
this is a
grandson of a black guy, you're not fucking white. Just because you're
this is a couple
white,
from
you still are black also, right?
Well, this is a couple from Denmark. You can't get any fucking whiter than that, Dem.
Please don't talk over each other, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a couple from Denmark. You can't get any whiter than that, for fuck's sake.
Oh, fucking shit! You can't get any mixer than that. What are you talking about?
Denmark.
I know a fucking dude from Denmark that's straight fucking tan as fuck, got freckles, red hair, don't look nothing like a white person at all. What are you talking about? My teacher was from Denmark, born there.
Right, and was he white?
Mr. Crumb.
Was he black or white?
He was white, tan as fuck. He looked slight black, like he could have been.
I'm saying this couple from Denmark had a black child.
Red fro. Is that what you're talking about from Denmark? That sound like black and white mix?
See what he's.
No, I'm saying this couple from Denmark have had a black child.
Okay. A couple from England with a great grandpa that was black can have a black child. That's what I'm trying to fucking tell you. You got to look at their great grandparents. You're not looking at that, are you? You can't tell those two unless you know.
I'm not looking at anything, Dem. I'm just telling you that two white people can have a black child.
No, they can't. You're crazier than fuck.
Well, they just fucking have. Read that story.
I just found the story
right now. I've never had a black kid. Have you? You dumb bastard.
What
the fuck are you talking about? You're saying white people can have a black kid.
A white couple in Denmark.
You're a white guy, right?
A black child.
Never mind, man. Show me all the black kids from the white people. Just show me any of them. There should be fucking 10 or 15 or 20, right?
They're all over the world.
I agree that a recessive gene could reappear. I don't see it being possible, Pope. Like, do you not see it being possible that the woman possibly cheated?
This says, when my colleague's wife gave birth, he automatically thought she cheated.
Yeah.
Yet she insisted she hadn't. And after extensive genetic testing, after extensive genetic testing,
here relies on her insisting.
Are you listening?
Hey, let him talk.
After extensive genetic testing and family
let him talk.
Right? And family tree investigation, it turns out many generations ago, one of his ancestors was a female slave from Africa who he had relationships with in that generation. Yeah, but they're not fucking black. That's what I'm telling you.
Stupid as shit, man.
Yeah, we just
just explained to you that if you have a great ancestor or a great grandma or great grandpa, that you can be black down the line. But if you don't have that, show me black that doesn't have that, Pove. Show me black that doesn't have that recessiveness. Show me black that has no great grandpa of any kind of black, of any ancestor, of any slave in them at all.
Okay.
No history of it. Then show me two black kids living over there.
All right, but before you go to grandparents, did I say anything about grandparents? I just said two white people can have a black child. That's all I said. Stand corrected.
They're not black, motherfucker. They have a white grandma.
By that qualification,
they're mixed.
Like you could say two white people could have like in vitro fertilization of a black parent. You know what I mean? And you could still be correct in what you're saying, but you're not clarifying that at all. So
you mean like
I didn't clarify anything. I just said two white people can have a black child.
No,
that's all I said.
Not if they're pure white. No, they fucking can't.
But it's obviously under certain circumstances that's going to happen, and certain circumstances that it won't happen, right? And that is heredity, right?
Yeah. But when I first said it, everyone said no way.
Recessive genes I was talking about.
Well, they're like dormant genes, aren't they?
The dude had relations with a domestic assistant, and the birth was a white boy, so they just said it was theirs or whatever. And then that got into their gene pool. You guys are just arguing. When Dem was trying to say that you were saying that out of nowhere a black baby could get born. It seems like it has to be. Yeah, right. So it's just a mistake in terminology, really.
It's just Dem's ears are broke.
And then we found out there's a recessive. It's in their gene pool.
You're stupid as fuck. If your dad or mom is black and you come out white, does that make you white, Pove? You're saying that you're great. So if your great grandpa's black, goddammit, clean out your ears. That means you're fucking black too. You dumb motherfucker. That means you're not pure white. So stop saying two white people. That's not the case. You're talking about two fucking people. No, it's not.
Okay,
the grandma was black.
Yeah,
a black lady. That means they're mixed. They are from a fucking black lady. That means they have black gene in them. They are mixed fucking people. They're not pure white people. If they're from, never mind, man.
You wouldn't so far generation back.
Watch them when they happen live. They're bullshit. The fucking grandpa has to be black or the grandma has to be black down the line. If that's not the case, then it's not happening. Clean out your fucking ears.
They're further generations back, though.
It can go even deeper than grandmother here.
Yeah,
don't give a fuck. That means fucking genes, and that's what they're mixed with.
Yeah.
Stop saying.
We all agree.
Grandma, that doesn't mean you're white. I got a little in me, motherfucker. I'm in it.
I'm not saying anything about black. Two being genetic.
Do you have black in your family, Pov?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Not that I know